Welcome. It is it's Thursday, right? We're gonna go with the sober sober Saturday. Oh my god, I might be cooking early. Sober Saturday instead of Thirsty Thursday. I like it. Suspicious Saturday? No. Dude, we always stream on Saturdays. You if you think this is weird, you must be new. Oh my god, that's a lot of YouTube people coming in hot. Let's go. Welcome YouTube chat. What the Did you guys oh my god, I was not expecting that to be clear. What the Vanilla Cola is Dude, this can't be right, man. Has anybody had this before? From not sponsored Zevia? I want some now. Dude, this does not look good. What Vanilla Cola is Dude, there's That's not that good. I'll drink it. It's not that good. All right. Ew. Actually, maybe I don't. Hold on. I'll finish it, but I'm not gonna drink it again. Ooh, dude, that's not good at all, man. Yeah. You don't want this. Satu, I want that. But, well, I don't really want Satu, but Satu, thank you very much for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Nom Nom with the tier 1 sub for 7 months. Big Commander with the 4-month. Coach Chow with Twitch Prime sub. BV McDaniel with the 18-month resub. My goodness. Mendel with the 7-month says, hey Zach, hope you had a wonderful Christmas and a great New Year. Well, I don't know if we had a great New Year yet, but thank you. I have no idea. I hope, dude, 2026 is gonna be big, man. We are currently in the thick of hunting for ZTT HQ and ZTT household, actually, but ZTT HQ locations in Houston, Texas. So far, we're not finding any bangers except one. It's a whole thing. But yeah, man, we're getting primed up for a good 2026, but we got a lot of work to do, man. I'm not supposed to say in the thick of it. I don't remember what that's in reference to. Yeah, last time I said that, everyone went crazy. It seems to be a little bit tame. You're gonna have to refresh me on that one. I don't recall. Executioner with the 2-month. Jimmy with the 15-month says, I love the channel and the builds. I just wish you have a great Christmas with the fam. Dude, we did have a great Christmas, man. Big Forehead says Major Bagel. Dude, that's an unnecessary call out. All right. Like, dude, I'm 34 years old. Okay, the hairline is not where it used to be. But everyone say bye to Major Bagel. Bye, Major Bagel. Dude, I'm glad that you were here. Dude, you've sent 125 messages? Wow, that's crazy. Not gonna be 126. You're gone. Sorry, man. Thank you for the support, though. Haman with the 10-month resub says 10 months roll call. Glad to be here for 10 months, dude. I appreciate that. Crewmate with the 4-month says it's almost half a year. How the time flies. J Spud with the 2-month. Star Destroyer with the 20-month. Fearin' Big Dog with the 13-month. Dude, I like that. Dude, I really like that name, man. That's a good one. Moonman with the 7 months says, let's go. Also, with today's prices of RAM, would it be cheaper to buy a pre-built or build? Dude, before I start answering my attempt at bangers, we gotta get these cameras recorded, man. Dude, I almost forgot. The ZTT editors do not like editing the OBS footage. They much prefer the actual camera footage. They're not going to see me say bye to Mr. Bagel, but it is what it is. Is it cheaper to build your own PC or buy a pre-built? I think we might be at the point. Now, keep in mind, I really only know the prices of ZTT pre-builts. I don't keep a huge eye on competitors. We don't base our prices off of competitors. We base our prices off of what we think is fair and the amount of money that we need to make to keep running as a business. Anyway, I feel like we're at the point where the value exchange between building a PC yourself and buying a pre-built is the exact same that it was 6 months ago. Now that things have sort of settled in not a good way at all, don't get me wrong, but I think pre-built pricing is starting to get to the point where all of the RAM pricing is reflected in that, and we know what RAM pricing is on the DIY market. So at this point, it's probably the same. You know, you're still going to pay your normal upcharge for a pre-built, but pre-built companies don't have access to insane RAM deals anymore. Those are gone. Pre-built companies are now paying crazy bad prices just like everyone else. And so is the DIY people. So I feel like it's probably the same. So if you value the ultimate price to performance, I would build a PC yourself and learn how to do that. If you value just buying something that's ready to go, has a warranty, and you don't have to deal with it, I would buy a pre-built, man. Did you hear Asus is making RAM? Dude, they're not making RAM. Stop spreading nonsense. They're not making RAM. Hicks with the 6-month resub, thank you. Case O'Brien with the 9-month. Just Flamethrower with the Twitch Prime sub. Jecky Duck with the 2-month. V1 Twitch Prime. Fly Poop with the 4-month. King of Chaos with the 2-month. Speedy Skater also with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. Bro, can you email me later? I have a question about my PC build. Sorry, man. I do not have time. I know this is a crazy concept, but I unfortunately don't have time to like troubleshoot people's PCs via email. If somebody sends a troubleshooting email, we have an automatic responder for that. It's not like a piss off responder. It's like, here's a bunch of links that can possibly help you with your question. Actually trying to provide value, even if, you know, people send that, but yeah, I unfortunately cannot do that. He was calling KSI Big Forehead because you said the thick of it? No way. Is that true? Did I? No way. Really? Was that in reference to? Oh my god. That sucks. TJ Dowski with the super chat says, I got a Ryzen 7700 and RTX 5060. Any bottlenecks? No. You're 100% good to go, man. I wouldn't say it's the perfectly balanced PC, but no, that is not really bottleneck. You're fine. Techno Gaming with the super chat says, Zach, I have an RX 6600. Any suggestions for 1440p? Get him back? Okay, dude, can we just have like a... Okay, I'm only going to do this for 30 seconds. I need a no BS, no trolling 30-second chat window starting right now. Does he actually deserve to be unbanned because he was answering a question and that question happened to be... You guys know what I'm saying. I'm not going to explain the whole thing. Does he actually need to be unbanned? For real? KSI has a big forehead? Okay. Alright, if a mod can unban Mr. Bagel... What was his name? Something Bagel? He needs justice? Okay. Yeah, that one sounds like it was my bad. No, we don't need a poll. Dude, literally everybody said yes, we don't need a poll. I don't see a single person that says no. We're good. No poll needed. If a mod could bring him back, that would be much appreciated. It was Bagel something. If not, I'll do it at the end of the stream. Frigid Foxy with a 300 biddy says, your forehead is not big. There are much worse. Guys, we got to move on from this one. Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Any suggestions for an RX 6600 upgrading for 1440p? I can't answer that without a budget, man. I would say at a minimum, a 5060 Ti current gen or a 9060 XT 16 gig. Zygeist with the 300 bit, he says, hey, Zach, is there any downside to utilizing all of the available PCIe slots on my motherboard? There is a potential downside. You could run out of PCIe lanes. So we're talking about like the digital traces. I'm not a great person to explain this, but this is how my brain thinks about it. Like the digital paths from the CPU to different things, you could potentially run out of PCIe lanes, which is why, you know, once you get into like streaming PCs or like maybe a PC for content creation or editing, stuff like that, you actually want a higher end motherboard because it could, and a higher end CPU because it could potentially have more PCIe lanes. I would say most people, especially gamers, are never going to run out of PCIe lanes though. But if you have too many SSDs, too many things plugged into your PCIe slot, there is a potential downfall. I can't answer that probably in much more detail without knowing your situation. So my recommendation would be to research PCIe lanes, like that concept, and then your CPU and motherboard specifically. But yeah, that you could start to see degraded performance if you start to run low. Too many USB ports plugged in, or USB devices plugged in. Yeah. Yeah, you can... That is a thing. Varen, John, with the 21-month resub. Thank you very much. Chorus Bass with the $3 dono says, hi, Zach. I built my PC after 5 years on the old one by myself, and it went perfect. I give it up to the great people on the YouTube scene like you and UFD. This hobby rules, and it's welcoming and fulfilling because of folks like you. Dude, thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's what's up, man. Brabe says, first time seeing you live. Yeah, this is not my normal day. But if there are any fellow Steelers fans out there, which is probably like 99% of you, right? We are currently watching the Ravens and Packers game. And we're hoping that the Packers win the game. If the Packers win, the Steelers are the divisional winners of 2025. So, I'm pretty excited. First time I've ever been excited to watch the Ratbirds when they're not playing the Steelers. Roll Tide. Close. Close. V1 300 Biddy says, hey, Zach, I currently have a Ryzen 9 5900 XT and a 4060 Ti 16 gig. I do understand there's probably a bottleneck, but I am waiting for, one, AM6, and also RAM to go down, especially in Australia. Dude, I'm just going to let you know, you're going to be waiting a long time, which is fine. You can continue to rock that PC, man. We are at the phase of PC building where you do not have to explain to me or anybody why your PC is a little unbalanced. It's all good, man. It's all good. We are in a terrible PC building market right now. So if you need to sit with a little, your PC is not even that bad, to be honest. But if we need to sit with a little bit unbalanced of a combination of parts, that's fine. It is what it is, man. It's just not that big of a deal. Yeah, I would not recommend, in most situations, to upgrade your RAM. Upgrade to AM5 or AM. I mean, if you want to wait for AM6, dude, good luck, man. That might be like the year 2030 at this rate, but yeah, enjoy what you have. Ed Rick the Knight with the Twitch Prime sub. DDY Bob with 2 month. With the $2 super chat says, I have a 1660 Super and an i5 12400F. 50/50 upgrade, question mark? It depends on the situation. If I can convince you to spend a little bit more money and get I don't like trying to convince people to spend more money. I understand that. But if I could, I would at least get a 5060, man. Like, a 5050 is an upgrade. But I would like to see a little bit more definitive of an upgrade. But if that's all you want to spend, or maybe you found a good deal, or whatever the situation, there are situations where that's okay. Well, literally, it's not up to me, so yeah. But yeah, 12400F and like a 5060, that's a great combination right now. That's actually a fantastic combination. You got room to upgrade. You don't have to buy DDR5. Yeah, like that's actually a good sweet spot right now. TJ Dowski with the super chat says thanks and nice Helldivers PC. Thank you, man. Dude, I even got the shirt on today, man. I've only wore this one time on stream. This is now numero dos. Plutonic with the $2 super chat says, should I go with a Ryzen 4070 or a 5070? I don't think the Ryzen 5070 is going to come out for at least 4 more years, man. They're definitely not going to launch that during Ramageddon. There would be no point. Yeah, love the shirt. Thank you, man. Dude, I peeked over at the YouTube chat and somebody's asking if he should be gay. Dude, that's a ban. Yeah, that nothing to do with being gay, but if that's the question, yeah, yep. Easy Han with the $2 super chat says, is a curved second monitor and a flat main one okay? That's up to you, man. It's probably gonna look a little funky, but at the same time, like, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever you want to do, man. Can anyone attest to it? Dude, I'm not making it up. Look. He's banned, though. You might not be able to see it anymore. Do you, on YouTube chat, do you guys get alerts when I ban somebody? Like, did you see that? I see it in my chat, like, Zach just banned somebody. Do you guys see that, or is that just me? Did you hear that Asus is going to start producing RAM? Dude, you guys got to stop. Oh, my God. Thank you, man. You guys got to stop falling for the fake news, okay? First off, that was fake news. Second of all, Asus came out and confirmed it was fake news. Come on, man. Math with the $10 super chat says, I have a 14700KF and a 4070 Ti Super. My Chrome doesn't load at all. I've tried everything. Any browser won't work either, like Opera or anything. What do? I would reinstall Windows. Your specs are irrelevant. your might be a hot take, but your 4070 Ti Super and 14700KF, dude, that's plenty for any browser that you want on the planet. You can run all of them. You can do all of them, man. I would back up your important data and reinstall Windows. If no browser is working, you probably have some malware or like a serious bug or glitch going on with your Windows. I would 100% do that after you back up your important data, because it'll get wiped. Crap Tour with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Mr. Maddox Jones with the 20-month, thank you. Thoughts on building something? We'll get there, man. I got an easy build tonight. We got an easy build. I'm not in a super hurry, unless if you guys think I should be. Raging Beast with a 500 biddy says, I have been learning and just built my first PC a month ago after having a pre-built. It's a 9800X3D 5080 B850, 64 gigs of RAM. Whoa. 42 mil AIO, 1000 watt power supply, and a 2 and 4 terabyte SSD. Should I look into learning overclocking? Bro, I don't know if that's rage bait. It kind of sounds legit. I think it's legit. I'm gonna answer it as if that was legit. No, it's not. Okay, yeah. I don't think that's rage bait. Okay. Here's the deal, man. Not rage bait. Okay. No, wait, his name is Raging Beast. Dude, there's only, like, how are we spending all this money on AI and rage bait is still a real thing? Like, how do we not have technology at this point where every single chat message, I did not think long term about this. Don't hate me on this one. But like how can I not get like a quick little rating system at least that says, hey man, this guy's probably rage bait, and look at his name, Raging Beast. We gotta use AI for something useful. That would be much appreciated. All right. Okay, here's the deal. You have a super high-end PC. It almost doesn't get any better than what you have. My opinion is there is no reason to overclock unless you want to learn the skill of overclocking. I guarantee you don't actually need an extra 10 FPS anywhere. Okay? Like if you're playing even a super demanding game in 1440p on your OLED, is there really a difference between 270 hertz and 280 hertz? No. But if you want to, then yeah, absolutely. Go for it. If you want to... Oops, sorry. That might have been loud. If you want to experiment with the whole tinkering aspect of owning a PC and you think that would be fun, and maybe at least undervolt it to start, you know, see what happens with that, go for it. But do you need to overclock with that system? Absolutely not, man. Like, that's almost as good as it gets. You shouldn't need extra performance. Overclocking not as important as undervolting. Yeah, I mean, we're at the point now where, I mean, we have been at this point for a while. Actually, tell me if anybody disagrees with this. Yeah, this isn't a hot take. I feel like the first step of actual tinkering with like a CPU and a GPU is undervolting. It's not overclocking like it used to be. I feel like 5-10 years ago, yeah, overclock that thing all day. But these days, it's like, dude, if you just do an undervolt, like, you could actually gain performance. You could gain performance and gain a ton of efficiency. Yeah, you guys agree with that? Yeah. I feel like overclocking is almost like just the default word that people use to describe that like tinkering. Like, maybe they don't, I could be wrong about this. Maybe they don't even actually mean overclocking. Maybe they mean like, oh, I'm gonna start with undervolting. You know, like that. I feel like that should just be the default first step now. You know? Yeah, do undervolting, see what kind of extra efficiency and possible performance that you get. If you want to overclock from there, go for it. But like, especially with a high-end system, you don't really need to overclock. Do you have a video describing how to undervolt a PC? Definitely not a step-by-step, but I think I've made several shorts talking about the process of undervolting, just not step-by-step. No, yeah. I think I made a good one referencing a really good somebody else's video. Yeah. Search for that. Just search for ZTT undervolting. I think you'll find it. I don't remember who the creator is, otherwise I would tell you right now. There's a smaller size channel, like a PC YouTuber that does, he was an actual, somebody might know this. He was an actual rocket scientist. Anybody know what I'm talking about? He was an actual rocket scientist, and now he makes videos about tinkering with PC parts. He makes very, very good videos about how to overclock, how to undervolt, stuff like that. It's really good. I highly recommend his videos. If you said the name, I wouldn't know. Yeah, sorry. I don't even think I would recognize it. All right, what do we got? What was that for? Somebody just did a Max Verstappen mobile suit with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. James Ward with the $5 YouTube super chat says, I have a 7600X and a 3060. What should I upgrade my GPU to? I'm looking to spend $400 to $600. Bang. Easy. You got two choices, man. You can go with a RTX 5070 if you want NVIDIA, or if you want AMD, go with an RX 9070. That is one of the most competitive mid-range GPUs right now. around that $550 mark, which is right in your budget, mid to high end. Yeah, either one. Either one. I did see that the prices are actually going up, though, unfortunately. I think the GPU price hike that is supposed to happen in 2026, I think it's already happening. But one of those two. I would do your research on that one. And as a spoiler alert, there is no wrong answer. Both of them are really, really good. B-Hag with the super chat says, Daddy Zach can... Dude, don't be weird. Un Vato with the $1 super chat. Math with the $5 super chat says, I have 32 gigs of DDR4 CL30, 6000 megahertz. But on NZXT Cam, it says I'm only using 4800. Even when on demanding games with a few apps open, it doesn't go above. Check. I don't know if NZXT Cam has an issue or something like that. Go to Task Manager in Windows and check the speed of your RAM. If it says 4800, you just need to go enable XMP in your BIOS. You probably just don't have it enabled. But if you do, I don't know if NZXT Cam has an issue, but I would be willing to bet that you just didn't enable XMP, or not XMP, Expo, which is the built-in overclocking profile for RAM. Just go into your BIOS, look for Expo, turn that thing to profile 1, you'll be good. RAM does not come at the speed, the advertised speed. You got to turn that thing on in the BIOS. Gung Ho with the 14-month. Joker with the 2-month. Rage and Beast with the 300 biddies says, yeah, more so the skill than the FPS, as I know the FPS gain is pointless. Is the skill worth learning and understanding? I don't think I would recommend learning or spending the time to learn how to overclock because you think it's worth it. I think I would only recommend spending the time is it something that you genuinely want to do. The skill of overclocking, I don't think is worth much value these days. So no. But is it worth it in terms of like, oh, you'll have fun and it's like interesting to tweak your PC? Like, sure. But the skill is not that important. Nom Nom gifting out tier 1 sub, thank you. R16 with the 5 month says good evening, Zach. Good evening, man. V1 with the 400 biddy says, what's the best way to start building and reselling PCs? I want to start possibly selling online across Australia, but I'm unsure how to start and how to get to the market, especially with how everything is going at the moment. Also, thanks for the advice before. The advice of flipping has not changed, man. I would recommend selling PCs that have components that appeal to the masses. That has always been my first tip for flipping PCs. Don't get a CPU and GPU combination that non-super nerds aren't aware of. You know, buy an RTX graphics card for sure. You know, buy a Ryzen CPU for sure, probably a Ryzen 5. You know, so buy something popular. Make sure it has RGB. Make sure it's not looking ugly. It's got to be dialed in. All of the fundamentals of flipping are still relevant, no matter what the prices are. When flipping PCs, RGB is king. Yeah, people want RGB. No, I do not recommend your first flip not having RGB. Definitely put RGB on there. It's funny to trash RGB in like our community. Look, if you're watching a PC building live stream on a Saturday night, I think I know a little bit about you. You're probably a little bit like me. For us, yeah, I understand. Some of us don't like RGB. But if you're flipping PCs to make money, put RGB on there. Way more people than not prefer RGB. Especially the people buying pre-builds. No question. Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat says, hey Zach, thoughts on a Panorama 360? Are they worth buying, and would you ever put those in the pre-built down the road? Oh, the AIOs? I would consider it. It'd have to be a really high-end PC, though. Yeah, it'd have to be a really high-end PC for it to be worth it, because one of the first things that people look at, or the first thing that a pre-built buyer wants to tell their friend, is what the CPU, GPU is, for what price. And a multi-$100 AIO does not help that equation at all. So, whenever you want to start spending a lot of money on aesthetics, you got to hide them in the higher end builds where people care less about that super specific ratio. Oh my God, Lux with the $20 YouTube super chat says, I have a Ryzen 9 7900X3D 12 core and a 4070 Ti Super. In a few days, I will be upgrading to a Gigabyte 5080. Is this a bad combo for an OLED 1440p? No, not at all. Why would you say that? I don't even know why you would think that would be a bad... What? No, that's a great combo, man. Enjoy. That's a really high-end... You already had a really high-end PC. Now you have an even higher-end PC with an OLED. Enjoy. Okay. We're out of an ad, so if anybody's new here, I feel like we have some new faces. Because it's Saturday. We are literally always running a gaming PC giveaway here on Twitch. We usually have a picture of the PC, but we have to rebuild it, so we don't. We are going to be rebuilding this giveaway PC on Thursday. This upcoming episode of Thirsty Thursday. But we know that it's going to be a 16 gig 9060 XT build. It is a worldwide giveaway. Type in ! giveaway. Make sure you're logged in via Twitch. You got to be watching via Twitch. And it's a totally free giveaway. You earn points just by watching. The longer you watch these streams, the more points you get, and that's a raffle style giveaway. We will be raffling it off on January 29th, which is a Thirsty Thursday episode, just like normal. On that day, we will first raffle this off, choose the winner, and then I'll start building the next PC. This is our 16th giveaway PC that we've done in this format, so it works very well. If you do win and you're international to the United States, you do have to pay for shipping. I will only pay to ship it here in the United States, so that's up to you. But yeah, ! giveaway. Make sure you're logged in and gaining those points during these streams. I am going to try to... We missed a lot of streams this month. December was a very lackluster streaming month. I got sick, or not sick. I lost my voice. Multiple holidays, trips, etc. Hopefully we're dialed in as of today. So should be seeing a lot more streams from now on. Guys, it's only on Twitch though. If you want to watch on YouTube, just multi-tab it. You can only earn points by watching on Twitch. Sorry, that's not up to me. That's just how the platform is. Coach Shiwan with the Twitch Prime sub. Satu gifting out tier 1 sub. JCon with the 300 biddies. Fallen with Twitch Prime sub. Nom Nom giving out a sub. Appreciate that. As soon as I catch up on all these messages, we're going to start building. Sasquatch with the $5 super chat says, just finished the new build. Ryzen 9 7900X, 9070 XT, 32 gigs, 1000 watt power supply, 2 4 terabyte drives, and a power color 3 fan. What? Thoughts? You have a really good build, man. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. You have a really nice system and 32 gigs of RAM. So it's worth like at least $5,000. You're good, man. Ed with the $5 super chat says, hey, Zach, I know I asked this question, but what do you think about people tearing up their Samsung phone and turning them into a mini? And should I do it? What? Dude, am I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, man. They're, yeah, okay, I'm seeing other people dude, don't be ruining my vibe here, man. I got no idea what you're talking about. I don't think anybody else does either. All right, let's build. We are building a pre-built on zttbuilds.com. It is our Shadow Bolt pre-built, which is our most affordable PC. I've built this PC quite a few amount of times here, and the first part we have is none other than a Ryzen 5 5500. Finally, let's go. Dude, it's been 43 minutes, man. Into a mini PC? People are turning their Samsung phones into a mini... Dude, I have no idea, man. Like, I am not tracking that at all. Not even a little bit. Why would they be doing that? For what? Alright, we actually use the stock Ryzen cooler on our Shadow Bolt. Keep the costs down. Works well with the 5500. Etc, etc. But the one thing we got to do is, if you mount this cooler, that AMD logo is either going to be like that or like that. I don't like that. I want it to be like this. So we got to take this apart real quick. Try not to break it. I have broken one of these on stream before, but we're going to try not to break. There we go. Try not to break that. Good to go. And I'm going to uninstall these screws right here. Most people don't do this. I don't know why. That way we can pick up this whole fan shroud, which is basically the black part here. Pick it up, rotate it 90 degrees, put it back on the heatsink. That way we can get that to be that logo up at the top instead of the side, because we're not animals here and we really care about aesthetics at ZTT. So this is step numero uno. Mink Man with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Kochawan again with the 3 in a bit. He says, I got a 9900 X3D, 9070 XT, 64 gigs of RAM. Should I be concerned? My 3D Mark score is 500 less than average. Probably not. That comes with a couple caveats. Your 3D Mark score, I don't know which 3D Mark you're running, but if you're running like Time Spy, then your score is like in the tens of thousands, if not, what, 20,000? You're probably at 20,000. I don't know what it's at. But at that point, being 500 off isn't a huge percentage, so you're probably fine. If you're 500 off on a $300 build, then yeah, you probably have an issue. But yeah, the average scores on Time Spy are typically like really good. You gotta imagine that I would say there's such a big audience of people. If they're running Time Spy, they are probably also undervolting and or overclocking. So that average could be higher than what it should be. But if you're talking about a really high-end PC and you're running an easy benchmark like Time Spy, 500 points is probably not that big of a deal. But can't be 100% sure with all the information I have. 500 is margin of error. If everything I just said is true, then yes, but not always. Not by default. I mean, we've built budget PCs that get a Time Spy score of like 2,000. So 500 is a 25% drop. So it's Steel Nomad. Oh, see, that changes things. Because your Steel Nomad score is much lower than Time Spy. Maybe. I don't know. Check temperature. I would check temperatures first. Yeah, 500 points on Steel Nomad's a big deal. Well, maybe not big. It could be a deal. It could be a deal. That's the best way I can put it, man. I can't help much. I'm trying. I would check temperatures first, though, if you're worried about it. See what's going on. How many PCs does your team make a day? 5 to 10. Will this be an upgrade from my 970? This PC? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we, okay, look. Now the cooler is good to go. Now we got the AMD logo up top. Yeah, I've been having to explain this a lot during the Christmas holiday season. We restock our builds almost every day on the website. And people are like, when are you going to restock? It's like, dude, we're restocking every day. You're just missing it. They go really fast. They are going very, very fast right now. Just because of the holidays. Okay. We need from our motherboard. Oh, this is our motherboard, by the way. We got an ASRock B450M Pro 4 R2.0. We need our IO shield. We need an M.2 screw. And we need the motherboard. How do you test your builds before shipping? They go through a very long OCCT stress test. OCCT is just a stress testing software where you can push the CPU, RAM, GPU to the limit, etc. We have like a whole protocol that every build gets, you know. OCCT is really good because it's completely customizable, so you can like have it. You have complete control of like the GPU utilization going up and down and how much it fluctuates and whatnot. It's really, really good. OCCT is awesome. Trail Tech says, didn't notice you were on till now. Yeah, weird Saturday stream. Play with the 500 biddies says, Zach, I have a friend with a 3600X and a 970. Would you recommend upgrading or starting fresh? Upgrading, 100%. Yeah, because you're on AM4. You're on AM4. So if you have a 3600X, I would recommend upgrading to a 5600 minimum. Ideally, like a 5700X. Or even an X3D if you can find one. Stay on AM4. Hopefully you have 16 or 32 gigs of good DDR4 RAM. That way you don't have to upgrade that. Yeah. Now is the time to stay on AM4. And then your 970 obviously can... Oh my god. I did that wrong. Brain. Then your 970 gets upgraded for sure. Yeah. I would stay on AM4 though. You don't have to start fresh. Is there a command that lists the parts you were working with for this build? No, I usually don't set that up per stream. But like I said, this is a Shadowbolt PC, so if you go to zttbuilds.com and look at Shadowbolt, that's exactly what I'm building right now. Lone Wolf with the $5 super chat says, nobody's been able to help me, but I'm curious. I'm running an MSI B550A Pro with a Ryzen 7 5700X with an RTX 3060. Should I upgrade or is it fine? If you want more performance, then upgrade. But I would definitely upgrade your GPU, not your CPU. You have almost the very best AM4 CPU. And because of Ramageddon, if you want to upgrade to AM5, you're gonna spend at least $350 on the RAM. Just the RAM. So if you do want to upgrade, yeah, I would recommend keeping your CPU, motherboard, and RAM where it's at. And just upgrading that 3060. Your 5700X can handle a better GPU than a 3060, so that's where I would go first. Things are changing a little bit because of DDR5 prices. Well, they're changing a lot, but... Okay. Here's our CPU. We got the Ryzen 5 5500. And that's going to be rotated 90 degrees like this, which matches up our gold corner to our little indicator on the motherboard. Line that up with the pins, or the holes. Pins in the holes. Latch that down. Boom, our CPU is installed. And take this sticker for later. I gotta get credit for my PC. Now, we can go ahead and install the stock CPU cooler. This comes with thermal paste. plenty of thermal paste. There's no plastic on there. And we already rotated it. So we can line those screw holes up. I'm going to do just a turn or two. Going in a star pattern here. Just to get it all at least started. And then we'll start locking it all down in that star pattern still. That way we're evenly applying pressure throughout that whole CPU. That way you don't jack it up. Doing the whole one corner at once. And then one of the things I do, which I don't know if every builder does this, but this is just me being kind of paranoid, is I'm going to make sure my screwdriver leaves the CPU cooler and then come back to it and check all four. This is actually something I used to do in the military when I was working on airplanes. Just a good old-fashioned double check. Because this is going to a customer. We do not want to mess this up. Plug in that fan. Boom. CPU is now installed. Now we can get our most expensive part of the night, the RAM. This is a G-Skill Ripjaws. This is a 2x8GB kit. 3200 megahertz. CL16. Wow, we actually got a pretty solid kit here. We're going to try not to mess this up, because this will be an expensive mess up if I do. How do you get giveaway points? Just type in !point giveaway. Make sure you're logged in via Twitch on that website. And you will earn points totally for free just by watching. You do earn... We are pay-to-win friendly here. You do earn points by subbing, gifted subs, all that stuff. But you can earn a lot of points just totally for free. Corky, thank you very much for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Let's go. Shadow Slayer with the tier 1 sub. Play. Oh no, I already read that one. We're good. Lone Wolf with the super chat says thank you. As for RAM, I got a Vulcan Z DDR4, 64 gigs. Yeah, man, you're good. You're good. Jessler with the super chat says, Zach, can you do a video about a $1,400 build? I mean, no. Well, maybe, but like not anytime soon. If you need ideas for a $1,400 build, just look at my previous $1,100 build, and it'll be the same. Just because of RAM, or $1,200 build. And just do that. Oh my god! Tenebris! Let's go! Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. Do you do discounts on ZTT builds? Dude, we didn't even run a Black Friday discount, man. We did one sale in the history of ZTT builds. It was our summer sale this year. We just put all builds like $50 to $200 off. But like during Black Friday, like we couldn't build enough. We couldn't build fast enough. Everything was selling out. So we didn't run a discount. If we do run a discount, it might be over the summer, like when sales start dropping a little bit, but like I can't guarantee that. We typically do not. I almost did this without an ASMR. We typically do not run discounts. If you're thinking about buying a ZTT build, I know this is like not great to say. I would not wait. We're not running a discount anytime soon. All right, let's install some RAM. We got our 16 gig G-Skill Ripjaws 5. Costing, I don't know, $1,700. Let's see if it sounds like $1,700 today. It's quiet. That was a little shy. That was actually a very, very shy ASMR. Oh my god, wow, that's so shy. That's wild. Oh, here's where things take a turn though. Oh my god. Oh, that is... Oh my god, I think that's actually a 10. What the... How does that make any sense? We got somewhat budget RAM kit and a budget motherboard, and this is somehow a dude, look at this, man. I don't think it gets any stiffer. Don't clip. No, don't clip that one. Dude, I mean, dude, I'm shaking the whole motherboard. That is in there. I'm wiggling the whole motherboard with this. My God. That's actually crazy. Wow. Oh, that's a good one. I kind of want this PC now. This one might be mine. All right. Let's get some SSD action. Also insanely overpriced now. This is the PMY 1 terabyte. CS 1030. I don't know if you guys saw, but SSD prices are equally absolutely insane now. You can't find 1 terabyte NVMEs for under $100 anymore. Things are getting a little rough. Slot that in there. And then we already got out the SSD screw that came with the motherboard. You got to switch out our bit real quick for the small one. That's why I like the LTTstore.com screwdrivers. Totally not sponsored. Screw that in. Boom. SSD is installed. Skyrat with Twitch Prime Sub says, using what I've learned from your channel, I sold my first 2 PCs before Christmas. Made some money. Thanks, man. Dude, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Congrats on your first 2 flips. Brutonic with the 300 biddies. Thank you. Wigglysaurus Rex. 2 months? Dude, I don't remember saying that. Dude, I would definitely have remembered that. Wigglysaurus Rex? I'm not gonna lie, man. I hope you keep coming back. I would love to say that name once a month. I don't think I said that the first time. That might have been a name change. Thank you very much. Jberg also with Twitch Prime Sub. Appreciate that. View with the super chat says, I need advice. My 5080 is coming soon, but I have these older PCIe cables protruding. Should I use an NVIDIA Octopus or a direct 600 volt cable? Love you, bro. What? Your older PCIe, dude, I'm lost, man. Your older PCIe cables are, dude, I don't even know what protruding means, let alone octopus. What? $600 volts. Oh my God, dude, I feel like you lost me on that one, man. I'm gonna give you some very blanket advice. I am lost on multiple levels of what you're asking. I don't know if this will help. If you're buying a 5080, I would A, make sure that you have a tier A or tier B power supply. I would use the 12 volt high power connector that comes with the power supply directly into your 5080. I would not use any sort of adapter or octopus or fish, dolphin, none of that. Only use that 12 volt that came directly from your power supply. If you have a power supply that doesn't have a 12 volt high power connector, dude, I legitimately would not even use it. Okay. Yes, there are ways that you can get around it, but I'm just letting you know my recommendation. I would not use it. With a 5080 ATX 3.1 with a PCIe 12 volt high power connector. That would be the only thing. I'm not 100% sure if that's what you're asking though. I don't actually know. Best of luck. Dark Burning with Twitch Prime Sub. Thank you. There's Shawner. Welcome, welcome. Like, was anybody else tracking that, or am I the only one that's lost? All right, here's our motherboard. That is prepped. Dude, that looks good, man. Especially for being our most budget pre-built. I mean, that's still like a very clean presentation on the motherboard setup. Is it not? I'm going to take credit for this PC build before we move on. We're just going to pretend that I actually built it. Oh, look at that, dude. We got a spot right here, man. Put that right here. Oh. There we go. I like making it just ever so slightly not perfect. That really gets people fired up. All right, what do we need out of here? We need this. I don't think we need anything else, man. I think we're good. That's it. I think I got it all. All right, power supply. Rittler with the 20 months says, let's go. Victor Tango with the 15 months says, 15-month streak, baby. Love watching each week-ish. Dude, who you week-ishing right now? Okay, that's actually kind of valid. Yes, it's been very weak-ish lately. I don't know if you were watching the beginning of the stream, but I was explaining why it's been weak-ish around here. But as long as, dude, I can already feel my voice. My voice is still not 100%, man. I don't know why I have such a weak voice resilience these days. I think I might just be getting old. But as long as I don't lose my voice, as long as I can stay healthy, I think we'll be back to streaming multiple times per week. We just had a very rough December. Was not able to stream a lot in December. Air Force just produces weak people. Check that, guys. Message history. 15 messages. Last message. Is 192 gigabytes of DDR5 good? Yeah, I'm thinking ban. Ban? Yeah. Insta ban? Well, no, it wasn't an insta ban. I checked. I'm thinking ban. I'm thinking ban. Rage baiter? That's fine. I don't care what you call it. I'm thinking ban. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, hold on. Don't ban him yet. Don't ban him yet. Hold on. I just want to tell him something. Well, actually, if you ban him, he can still watch. He just can't talk. I just want to let you. He gone. Okay. All right. Hopefully he's still listening. We can only hope. Who knows? I'm just letting you guys know. Okay. From here in the United States, if you are in a different branch of the military, like we're at the point where it's acceptable to make fun of the Air Force, Share Force. They're the weak, smart nerds. It's fine. I'm just letting you know, man. If you weren't in the military and you're making fun of any military branch, like, that might be the definition of an actual loser. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Marine here. If the Marine person wants to make fun of me, of my voice being weak because I was in there, dude, go ahead, man. That's fine. But, like, if you're not in a military branch and you're making fun of military branches, like, dude, get out, man. I'm just like... And I will tell you something else. Everyone in the military would agree. That's a unanimous opinion. Okay? Get out. Army here, and I also agree. Yep, everyone will agree. If you want to make fun of any brand, like, just make sure you're doing something a little tougher than what you're making fun of, okay? Yep. No saving him? Yeah, he's probably long gone, man. What about the Canada Rangers? Dude, I don't know, man. I'm gonna stay in my lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane, man. I don't know what they do up there. I don't know what they got going on up there, man. Don't put me in a weird spot here. I don't like talking about things that aren't in my lane. All right. I'm Air Force, and I agree. Well, I know you agree. Isn't that a hockey team? Oh my god. The reason why I'm laughing so hard is like that. I don't know. You could be right, actually. I don't know. Hayes with Twitch Prime's up. Thank you. Rittler with yeah, I read Rittler already. Fly Poop gifting out tier 1's up. Thank you. My country does not even have an Air Force? Yikes. That's the New York Rangers? Yeah, so I don't follow hockey at all anymore. I used to when I was in high school. Ironically, when I joined the military, you realize that like most people aren't hockey fans. And I fell out of it. Somebody was talking to me the other day about a hockey team, and like, dude, I don't even know what they said at this point, but they rattled off an NHL team. I was like, dude, is that really a name? It was like Buffaloes or something. I think it was an animal. It was a very weird team name that's somehow in the NHL. I'm like, dude, I'm behind, man. I got no idea, man. No, not the Sabres. The Buffalo Wild Wings? Maybe. No, not the Sabres. The Kraken! Yes, the Kraken. That's what I was thinking. Kraken? Dude, I didn't know that was a team. For real? Mammoth? Is there a Mammoth team? What sports do you watch? Top 3, NFL, Steelers, all day. Well, not all day, but for life. Formula One's numero dos now. I'm a new Formula One fan. But Formula One's my second favorite sport. I don't miss a race. And UFC. I've been a big UFC fan for like 5 years now. Those are my top 3 sports. I would say NBA is right behind that. Go Kraken. That's, I guess. Not 100% sure, but yeah. I mean, that sounds good, man. What about MotoGP? I don't watch any racing other than Formula One. But like I said, I am a new Formula One fan, so maybe my palate for racing motorsports will evolve over time. I'm not sure. But as of right now, it is exclusively Formula One. I have heard good things about MotoGP, though. What about soccer? Once every 4 years, I'll watch soccer. That's about it, though. F1 will be some good in 2026. Dude, I think it's going to be a lot of good. I think 2026 is going to be a wild year. Dude, what's going on here, man? Just for the World Cup? Yes, I didn't think I would have to explain that, but yes. That is the only time I watch. Dude, I just somehow got extremely tangled up there. I need this cable, and I need this cable, and I need to zip tie them out of here. There we go. I don't know why that took so long. European football, question mark? No. No. Should I be? No, unfortunately, no. The only European sports I watch are when Formula One or UFC are over there. That's about it. Soccer? European soccer is like top 3. Top 3 what? Not for me, man. Dude, I don't know anything. Anything about European soccer. Non-modular power supplies are what dads give sons they don't love. Dude, I don't like the vibe of that at all, man. Like on multiple levels. Like we're just like, I understand some of you are like, whenever we talk about sports, they're like, dude, I'll say anything to kick it back to PCs. But like something like that is like, that's an unnecessary call out, man. It's like making fun of my forehead. That's just obnoxious. I'm sure there are plenty of people that would love their dad to buy them a non-modular power supply. We can't be it's just a joke. It's not a good one, man. Nobody laughed. Well, one guy did. One guy actually said it was hilarious. But other than that, nobody's laughing at that, man. Oh, never mind. There's another one. Maybe. I didn't like it. Kaz with 300 bit, he says, I've got a Corsair HX 850 semi-modular power supply and 320 bucks. Where do I start? Oh my God. That's what I want to read, man. I like that. Well, I don't like that. That's not a great spot to be in. That's hilarious, man. You have nothing other than that really old power supply. 320 bucks. If you genuinely have 320 bucks and that's your max budget, I would buy an Office OEM PC, like a Dell Optiplex or something, and then a graphics card. If you want to put your Corsair power supply in there, go ahead, but you probably don't want to. But yeah, with 300 bucks, you can't build a custom PC these days. Not right now. Not a good one, at least. Pantera with the 60-month casually just says, what's up on the 60-month resub. My God. 60? Dude, that's 5 years. Dude, we've been doing this for a long time, man. Pantera's been here since day numero uno. Thank you very much for the 5-year resub. My God. Pantera's a real one? Dude, there is so much, like, Thirsty Thursday history. Dude, Pantera's been here for it all, man. Pantera's been here on Thirsty Thursday when we were streaming to like 12 people, man. It was a very what's the word I'm looking for? Like personal stream? No, that's not the word. What's the word I'm looking for? It was a very close knit stream. That's insane, man. Thank you. Clip that. What? Intimate. Intimate. Yes, that is the word I was actually looking for. Thank you. But, dude, I didn't say anything that was clip-worthy. Did I? Dude, don't clip that. If I did and then I said that, that's even worse. But don't. No clipping. No clipping. Rub. With Twitch Prime sub. Throat plump. Oh my God, dude. Just get him out immediately. We can't have that dude in the stream. No way. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. You know who you are. Dude, come on, man. Purple he with 2-month sub says, hey buddy, just wondering what you think about the Lee and Lee cases, because I feel like all I ever see is just dynamic 011 cases everywhere. You do. That is a very cookie cutter style of build. I like Lee and Lee cases. I have literally never built inside an 011 just because of how cookie cutter it is. But like that new V100, the V100 Mini, that one's got some pretty good value, man. And I'm totally not swayed by the mug Lee and Lee just sent me for Christmas that got here yesterday. Dude, it's a really cool mug, I'm not gonna lie. I'm totally not swayed by that at all. I mean, but yeah, I mean, they make good cases. Just buy what you want. Case is the #1 most subjective PC part to buy, so buy whatever you want, man. Coffin with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Enrique with the $5 super chat says, hey, I just got a $1,500 budget. Should I buy a pre-built or a custom PC? If you want to build, I would build. If you want to buy, I would buy. $1,500 even during Ramageddon, you can get a very powerful 1440p gaming PC, even with DDR5. You just got to pay for it. It's not going to be the same value as a $1,500 PC from 3 months ago, but you can still get a very powerful 1440p system. The budget is kind of irrelevant in that area. It's, do you want to build or do you want to buy? If you want the absolute maximum FPS per dollar value and you're willing to spend time learning, then I would build. If you don't care about any of that and you just want to play PC games with your friends, then I would just buy. It's up to you, man. Either one. 011, a cookie cutter, more like it defined a new standard for high-end customizable PC cases. That's not true. I mean, that's fine if you think that. I don't think that. I think it was one of the important cases that kicked off the fish tank era. But I also think it kind of exposed Lian Li, because there was a point in time where fish tank were only like the super expensive cases, and Lian Li kind of stuck with that for a really long time. Now there's a lot of really, really, really good and much cheaper fish tanks. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't describe it like that. It had a very important role, though. Don't get me wrong. It was one of the very first fish tanks, yeah, and led to kicking off that era. But I do think that I don't think this is a hot take. A Lian Li 011 with infinity mirror fans, I would say that is the definition of cookie cutter in terms of gaming PCs. Like, if you look at people's commission builds or custom high-end PCs, so many of them are 011s with some sort of infinity mirror fan. That is cookie cutter now. Yeah. 011 is basic AF. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it definitely had its moment, but it's cookie cutter now, man. The Lian Li V100 is underrated. I'm not completely against that one. I think that V100 Mini is definitely underrated. It's got great airflow. Yeah, most cases do these days. 5 to 10 years ago, there were a lot of cases that launched with actually bad airflow. These days, I mean, there can be some bad apples, but these days it's mostly about who is 2 to 3 degrees better. You know, we don't really have like the all glass front panels anymore, or like the super thin, like this with a glass panel, like just this little bit of breathing room. We don't really see too many of those anymore. A lot of cases have good airflow. That's not a unique feature anymore. At one point in time, that was a unique feature. Actually having good airflow. Sorry, I gotta do some organization real quick. Bros obtained grandpa status? Dude, you saw the 60-month resub, man. I've been doing Thirsty Thursday for at least 5 years. That's a long time, man. Back in those days, it was an actual fish tank. No glass, no airflow, or all glass, no airflow. Best of luck, man. I had I'm just installing some motherboard standoffs, nothing exciting. This Montech Air 100 is the case that we're using. This is a pretty old case, but it's still kicking. It does very well for a non-fish tank. Oh, real quick. It doesn't come with standoffs here or here for a micro ATX motherboard, so I'm just installing those now real quick. I picked up an aquarium an actual fish tank, not a PC. An actual fish tank. It was like this big. It was huge. I picked that thing up and was moving it to like go clean it or something. And my hands busted right into the fish tank. And it shattered the glass. The fish went everywhere. And same with all of those gallons of water. Dude, I am scarred for fish. Like I'm surprised I'm building fish tank PCs at this point. Dude, that thing shattered. I had to go to the doctor, man. Look at this. Dude, I got the what hand was it? I got scars somewhere, man. They're not big. They're like Air Force scars. They're just little guys. This. Dude, that is from the fish tank. I had to go to the doctor to get them to remove this piece of glass right here, man. I couldn't get it out myself. Paper cuts. Dude, it's a huge scar, man. It's more of a mental scar, though. Air Force ouchie. All right, we're back. Come on, man. Dude, that's a big scar. All right. Let's get redialed in, man. We got to get redialed in. Okay. Motherboard going in. I installed the IO shield. We're good to go on that. Actually, before I install that, put that down gently. I'm going to uninstall this. Dude, this is like the most, this is a very underrated tip. I haven't talked about this for a while, but I've definitely talked about it a lot. If you have these breakaway PCIe brackets right here, the ones where they're metal and you got to wiggle them off like that, dude, break them off before you put that motherboard on, man. Like that. Because that is metal. And if you do that when the motherboard is installed, look what's right here where those brackets are. We got capacitors. We got the, what are those called? Like little microchips. We got all sorts of doodads on there. And you're going to be breaking that stuff or scratching it if you don't do that. So do that first, man. That's a hot tip for you. How do you put them back? You don't. The breakaways, you don't put back. If they are the breakaways, that usually means it's a cheaper case. Because if you buy a high-end case, it'll be removable. But with some of the cheaper cases, they'll give you a replacement that you screw in. But like the piece that you actually broke away, that's gone, man. You can't reuse that. That's gone. Tape it and call it a day? Maybe. Satu giving out another tier 1 sub. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, dude. Satu's been going off. Thank you very much. What case is considered high-end? I mean, there's so many, man. I would say, like, in my opinion, that this is definitely subjective. I mean, there are high-end cases these days that are starting at, like, what? 80, 90 bucks? Like, dude, the case market is really good. We have a lot of good options that do not cost a lot of money. Who thinks that they can rattle off the best high-end case that doesn't cost a lot of money? Or how about this? Sub $100, but you would still consider them high-end cases. What do you guys got? Sub $100, but still high-end gaming. The Foifkin. You guys are too quick with that. Montec XR? No, Montec XR is very, very good, but it's not high-end. I love the XR. 2500X? The Landcool 207? The Montec Air 100? No, this isn't high-end. This is good, but it's not high-end. 3500X? I would say 3500X if it came with a rear fan. V100. Fractal Pop Air. Yeah. Is that a high end? It's definitely mid to high. Might be high. Depends. This is subjective. The Aqua 3, no, that's a budget case. It's a really, really good budget case, but it's budget. John's Bow? I don't know anything about John's Bow. We were just talking about that at ZTT, I think 2 days ago, about how I gotta start using John's Bow stuff. The View 380? Ooh, I don't know about the View 380. I know that I don't like the View 240 and 140. Is that what they're called? I don't like either one of those. The King 95? The King 95 is over 100, right? The Montec King 65, that's a good one. Yeah, I would consider that high end. Yeah, that's a good one. 380 is fire? Really? Let me look that up. I don't think I know about that one. Thermaltake View 380. Oh, dang. It's 115. At least on Thermaltake's website. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. Back connector. Motherboards. Yeah, I mean, that looks good. Dual chamber. I don't think I've seen this one. Room for fans at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. 115 seems kind of high for that, though. FLP01. Sama? Nothing from Sama's high end, man. Sama can make some very good valued cases, but I don't think... Well, I shouldn't say that. I take that back. I don't know. I am not up to speed on Sama's, if they have high-end products, but I am not particularly happy with Sama. We have a... What I think the first version of the first version of Shadow Bolt, maybe? Or no? Or was it Frost Nova? We had an OG pre-built that was in a Sama budget case, and dude, I talked highly about Sama for years. I still like them for budget stuff. But we had a Sama case, and it builds fine, it looks fine, like airflow is good, etc. But after like 6 to 12 months, we had so many fans that would die. I can't tell you how many people, like 12 months later, we had to ship them. We would just ship them a pack of 3 fans just to be nice. But we had a lot of customer service issues with a Sama case because the built-in fans would die after 6 to 12 months. Yeah, I'm not going to use Sama again, at least not for ZTT builds. I don't trust the reliability anymore. But for like a random build, maybe for YouTube or something, yeah, I would definitely still use it. I just don't trust them long term anymore. Update on the giveaway PC. We are going to rebuild it on Thursday. Yep. Actually, we're using a Montec Air 100. The white version though. It's going to be a very nice white and black build. Very contrasty. Black motherboard, white CPU cooler. I think we got a white GPU. I think it's a black GPU. Yeah, black GPU. It's going to be very contrasty. I'm excited to see how it turns out. But yeah, we're going to rebuild the current giveaway PC on Thursday. New Year's Eve stream? No. No, New Year's Day. New Year's Eve is Wednesday. New Year's Day is Thursday. New Year's Day stream. Got my HD audio. The very best budget case is the Height Y70 Touch. Dude, what is your job, man? Raltz with the 13 months says, happy holidays, ZTT. Happy holidays to you, man. Dude Bro with the 2 months. Appreciate that. Christian with the $7 super chat says, I want to build a PC and I want to ask, is the RX 9070 XT and 7800 X3D a good combo? Or do you think there's a better option? I think the 7800 X3D and the 9070 XT, I don't know what pricing you're looking at over in Europe, but that is some of the best price to performance value that you can find, especially that 7800 X3D. Yeah, no, you should be good, man. You should be good. That's a really good combo. I don't know what pricing, availability, and all that looks like over there, so I can't answer it fully. But here in the States, yeah, that would make for a good price to performance combo, for sure. That's exactly what we just did for my kid's PC. Dang, nice. Yeah, if I was to build a high-end PC for like a family member or something, and I don't have unlimited hardware at the office to steal, 7800 X3D would be the play over 98, just because of how much more valuable it is, because it's so much cheaper. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Numpty with the 27 month. Dude, we got some big resubs in here tonight. Thank you very much, Numpty. Appreciate that. USB 2.0. Oh man, we got the technology over here, man. Oh, speaking of technology, hold the phone, man. Dude, we got the latest 3D print looking real good in that picture right there. You guys see it? Hold on, let me give you some. No, not my watch. My watch is not 3D printed. Right next to my sim rig. Check this out, man. No, no, that's not hit there. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Dude, this is Dude, I just whipped that up today, man. Dude, that's looking good, man. Color scheme and everything on point. I like that a lot, man. That is, I have 4 3D printers that we're at the point where that's the type of stuff I'm 3D printing. Nothing actual useful, but the amount of joy that I get looking over at that door now, dude, come on, man. Right? That's looking good, man. That might be my favorite 3D print this month. Make me one? I don't know about that, man. I got enough jobs right now. Sorry, 3D printing can't be part of the game plan. All right, let's plug in these. Oh, actually, you can see what I got for... Oh, dude, we're not done over here yet. You can see what I got for... Dude, this was my Christmas gift from my wife. No, not that. Not that. Close. That's the sim rig. Look at that. That was literally the Christmas gift from my wife that I told her, that I didn't tell her anything about. Do you guys know what that is? Those are butt kickers for a sim rig. Like the little bass boost things. You mount them underneath your seat or both underneath your pedals. That way you can feel in a sim rig like you sliding. You feel like the vibration of the car. It's like very immersive. She researched, like I didn't even know the model at all. She did all that research and she bought those 2 butt kickers and the audio interface. Like that's insane. That's super cool. Dub wife, dude. When I literally, like, I've known about butt kickers, but I don't know anything about like the models or anything. And when I opened it up, she's like, "Do you know what that is?" And I legitimately, I was like, "What did you buy?" She did all that research. That's crazy, man. Here, hold on. Let me show you real quick. Yeah. We got the real deal sim racing immersion now. So I have 2 of these mini base shakers. You mount these underneath your pedals or underneath your seat. So I got 2 of those. It's gonna be a lot of work, man. I gotta run the speaker wire and all that. And then she bought this, which is the audio interface to plug in those bass shakers. I don't know anything about audio, but like, dude, I'm gonna be able to literally feel the blades of grass underneath my seat when I'm sim lawn mowing. Oh my god, dude, I can't wait for that. The speaker wire I think got here today. I gotta go check that out. But yeah, dude, that's gonna be amazing, man. Oh. Time to give her another kid in gratitude. I don't know about that, man. Dual shocks for the butt, dude. Come on, man. These are they're butt kickers. Bass shaker is what the real term is. In the sim world, we say butt kickers. Come on, man. Don't be getting weird. Are you gonna play Forza Horizon 6 with that setup? I mean, probably, but Forza Horizon 6 is not exactly a sim. Not that I am a sim snob. Like, I like arcade racers. But that is not like the first thing that comes to mind whenever I think about my sim racing setup. Booty shakers? No, God, no. Beam NG? I do like Beam NG, man. I really like Beam. Beam is one of my default, if I just want to chill and drive around game on the sim rig. Yeah, I like Beam a lot for that. I really like Beam for that. Like, if my kid wants to hop in on the sim rig, we just get on Beam. Numpty, thank you very much, man, with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. Let's go. iRacing, dude, I'm in the. I'm not allowed to say what I was gonna say. I love iRacing now, man. I am only like 3 weeks into iRacing. I am loving it though. I think iRacing is gonna be my main game in 2026. Zach Verstappen, exactly. Yeah. The only problem is if I get too good at sim racing, I don't know what's going to happen to ZTT. I should probably start warning all ZTT team members that there's a chance I go pro. Because of, yeah, we should probably let those people know. Now that I think about it, thank you. But yeah, dude, I love iRacing, man. It's so fun. Show us the cable wiring. Oh, dude. Sorry, still stuck on the butt kickers there. We need a sim racing stream. That's what I'm thinking. All right, let's put this camera to good use, man. Here is the wiring that I did. We got the USB 3.0 plugged in, ready to rock. Below that, you'll find all of the case connectors, the power LED, HDD LED, and the power switch. To the left of that, you will find the fan connector for the 4 pre-installed fans. They are all daisy-chained from the manufacturer and come in right to here. We also got the USB 2.0 for the USB 2.0 connector on the case. And we got some HD audio over here. I should, like, be sponsored by this camera. Like, I feel like there's not many people that use this camera as valuable as I do, man. I think it's so good. It's so good, man. We gonna call this Smooth Build Saturday? That's what I'm thinking, man. I like that a lot. Yeah. You might be onto something there. Hunter PC Builds with the 300 bit. He says, I'm 16 and I've built 6 PCs in 3 months. Should I start selling a marketplace if I have the money? I feel like you say that every... What? I feel like I've heard you say this like 5 times already. I've built 6 PCs in 3 months. Should I start selling on Marketplace? Maybe. I don't know where you're selling now. It sounds like it's working. But if you want to expand, then yeah, go for it. Be careful being a 16-year-old selling on a local marketplace, though, for real. Well, no matter what your age is, you should be careful, but definitely if you're 16, man. Maybe go with a parent to the meetups. Play with the 5-month says, I can get a 2070 Super for $180. That's super worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a good price. Killer Cat with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Oh, there's Hunter PC Builds again with 300 bit. It says, hey, Zach, I'm trying to start selling PCs. I built 6 for my friends and family in 3 months, so I'm thinking... No, I'm thinking of a different dude then. I should build and then sell on Marketplace. Thoughts? Yeah, sorry, I read that completely out of order, man. Yeah, I gave you my answer. Draco with the tier 1 sub. TKjo with the Twitch Prime sub. Otto with the 2 months. Oh, no, I got Numpty. Pantry Lover with the $2 says, is my GeForce 8400 GS better or worse than my GTX 660? It's a good question. I'm pretty sure the 660 is better. I could be wrong, though. Pretty sure the 660 is better. We still need a come on man counter. I'm not opposed. I have been saying that one a lot, haven't I? To be fair, I feel like not to say you people, but you people in the chat have been giving me more reasons to say, come on, man. So I wouldn't say it's entirely my fault. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Do we agree with that? We also need it's a whole thing man counter. Yeah, that one might be my fault. I do say that one often. I blame Painful. I haven't talked smack about Painful in a while. He is overdue. You're right. Don't be talking about YouTube chat like that. I'm gonna take a picture of what my YouTube chat looks like right now, and I just want to apologize right now. Okay, hold on. Let me get you a good picture of what I'm looking at right now. Okay. So I always have Twitch and YouTube chat side by side. Okay. This is what the Twitch chat looks like. I just took a picture of it. And then over what the not enough memory to open this page. What the out of memory? Dude, Ramageddon is starting to hurt big time, man. What the is the YouTube stream even up? Oh, there it is. Oh my, dude, I need some RAM bad. There it is. Oh my, like what's happening? Like again, I've told you this before. I am not like a big conspiracy theorist type of person. But like is Google Chrome working with it? With all these dude, my brain can't compute what the conspiracy is, but like, dude, I got the YouTube chat back up just for the record. I'm now tracking it, but like, my God, man, like that, how much RAM do I need to buy? That streaming PC's got 64 gigs. I'm running out. That's insane, man. Does not sound that far-fetched. Yeah. I don't even think it's a conspiracy at this point. That's just Chrome. Dude, I got like 3 tabs open. Oh, wait. Actually, it's quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8. That's not that much. 128 gigs? Question mark? Dude, I might. I might, man. Probably got AI running on my computer or something. I don't know it. Sawyer with the 300 biddies says, do you like the RTX 5050 for budget builds? No. No, I wouldn't say I like it. I understand that in some scenarios, it's a good idea. I wouldn't say I like it, though. No. No. Sounds like a skill issue. Dude, I'm gonna finish building this shadow bolt. Okay, so what we got going on here is the front is all the motherboard stuff is plugged in. So now we got to deal with all these cables. Okay. And since this is a customer PC, we're going to use a few zip ties tonight. Okay, this is for a customer. We got to make sure that this thing looks a little dialed in. So I like to put a zip tie up there to start. These are also all of the cables coming from the pre-installed fans. So I like to move that down here. That way you don't see it from the front so much. See how, like, this is a hole right here? So you can see it from the front. And all these cables are going to come across here. If I zip tie this down and pull it tight, then it routes that cable out of the way. That way you don't see the cables from the front anymore. That's what I like to call attention to detail. Okay? We're going to do the same thing for this connector down here. Or these connectors down here. Over under 6 zip tie. Oh, dude. Dude, the over under is 16, not 6. We're going to be using. Oh my god. I think Trail Tech's starting to feel bad for calling me soft. Trail Tech with the 10. Oops, I put that on backwards. That's not attention to detail right there. Trail Tech, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs. My goodness. Zip tie shortage? After this, we might be. Not a chance. Oh, never mind. Never mind, guys. He's not feeling bad, if anybody was wondering. He's actually not feeling bad about that. Okay, good to know. Thank you. Thank you, Trail Tech. I appreciate that. Daddy O Fax with the 300 biddies says, hey, Wacky Zach. Dude, I'm getting tired, I think. Daddy O Fax says, hey, Wacky Zach, I just had a quick question. My DDR5 RAM just got fried, and I can't buy new RAM in this economy. Is it okay if I use DDR3 for now? I think I am the most confused on if that's rage bait out of every single... I haven't missed a single chat message all night. I'm not actually sure if that's rage bait or serious. Rage bait? Rage bait 100%? I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning it's actually true. You guys think it's all rage bait? For my life, it's rage bait? Oh yeah, I hope it is. Don't get me wrong. I hope it's rage bait. I'm kind of... He did call me Wacky Zach. But at the same time, like, I could just... We don't know anything about this person. Wacky Zach is like something that like a grandpa would say. Like, hey, Wacky Zach. Like, that's actually not a good nickname. Check his... Yeah. Check out this previous message history real quick. Oh, wait, no, I can't from... Oh, no, I can. Oh, wow, he's only sent 6 messages. Been following since August. Let's see what this previous message says. I mean, lemons can convert AC to DC unless it's overripe. Then it's not going to work, but all the lemons I have are ripe, so it should work, right? I don't know about that one. The one before that says, hey, Zach, I just had a quick question. I've lost my power supply. Can I use a lemon with a nail and a penny to power my PC? All right, that's a bam. That's 100% a bam, right? We gotta get him out, man. I don't think we can be having that. That's gotta go. Like, I'm okay with a little bit of rage. Dude, I've been rage baiting you guys all night. I don't mind that. But, like, dude, I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna go take a pee. You guys let me know what you decide on if that's a ban or not. I'll be right back. All right, what's the verdict? I brought. Don't judge me. I got soda. Numero dos for the stream tonight. Oh wait, let me drink that. No ban? Ban. Bro, don't ban him. He's my day one. What? Sober Saturday? That's what I'm thinking. I got that. Sam at the office, one of our ZTT team members, Sam, the benchmarker. He benchmarks everything. He bought me some whiskey for Christmas. And like, dude, I was not drinking at all for months. And like that whiskey just tastes so good. I drink like one at it. Like I rarely drink. Oh no, I did have two actually. No, I did have two. Never mind. It's just so good, man. We got to do Sober Saturday. Dude, bro, with nope. I scrolled down way too far. Killer Cat with the 300 biddies. What kind of whiskey? I don't know what it's called. I forget. I showed it on the stream. Getting ready to put together my first PC. It's an RTX 5080, 9800 X3D, 32 gigs of DDR5, and a 2TB NVMe. Watching your shorts made me finally pull the trigger on parts, putting it together on Thursday. Nice, man. That's an awesome build. Best of luck. Have you ever had a sober stream, brother? Dude, I don't think I drank on a single stream for like, how long do you think we went? Dude, I'm not even gonna answer. I'm gonna let you guys answer. Check the chat. Other than last week when I started to drink again. Dude, we went a long time. How long was that? Trail Tech says it's been a minute. I think that's a phrase, and it's not great timing to use that phrase, Trail Tech, because I'm trying to emphasize that it's been a long time. Not a minute, but what branch of the military were you in again, Trail Tech? Fly poop. Oh my god, it's been fly pop the entire time. Dude, I swear I thought it was fly poop. I've been saying fly poop this entire time, man. It's fly pop. Oh my god. My bad. Wow, that was a genuine mistake. Fly pop, thank you very much for, dude. I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, can we stick with fly poop or should we do the real thing? I was laughing every time. Dude, my bad. I genuinely thought it was fly poop this entire time. Has a better ring to it, but thank you very much, Fly Pop, for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. He's rage baiting chat. I would love to take credit for rage baiting. That was just genuine can't read. Trailtech says, you're younger than me. You should know what it's been a minute means. Young buck. Dude, I know what it means. Trailtech, I know what the phrase means. I'm just saying, in a conversation where I'm trying to emphasize how long something has been, saying it's been a minute is not a great time to use that. Come on, man. You got to be tracking this. That's the exact opposite phrase you should be using. Speaking of no brain, no brain with the 1500 biddies says, I'm getting tired of the RAM shortage. I spent my entire 1776 bonus on a 32 gig of DDR4. What? What currency is that? 1776? Is that? That's definitely not dollars. Dude, I don't know, man. Sorry. Dude, I'm with you, man. I'm ready for the RAM shortage to be over as well. Thank you very much for the 1500 biddies. Military stimulus? Wow. I am the one that doesn't have a brain. I now understand. Wait, hold on. I was not tracking. There's a military stimulus? Dude, I'm behind, man. Pounds? I'm lost, man. I'm lost on that one. I was tracking there for a quick second. That did not last long. Okay. It's for active duty only? Wait, for real? Dude, I'm behind on military stuff these days. All I have are my old, weak Air Force war stories. That's all I got. You get active duty got a stimulus? How much? Is it like based off of rank or yes, for real? Wow. Was it a like a flat rate or based off of rank or what? Nice. Oh, it was actually 1776. Oh my god, wow. Everyone got 17. Wow. Okay. All right. Now I'm fully tracking this conversation. You spent that all on RAM? Dude, that can't be legit, man. Jared uses Arch, by the way. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate that. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, how many kits? Yeah, that's a much better follow-up question than what I had. Correct. How many kits did that buy you? Speaking of, dude, I just... If you guys ever want to know behind the scenes, you know, sometimes we gotta... I like sharing stuff. You know, I like the transparency, and it's not like what I'm about to say is shady or anything. It's just business. I just sent a wire transfer yesterday for $20,000 for RAM. Like that. That's literally all it is, man. Like, what the Granted, we now have RAM for a decent amount of time, which will help me sleep for a little bit. But like, dude, my God, it's ridiculous. Big money? It's not my money. It's ZTT money. That's business money, man. That's not my money. Does the RAM scare you? If this shipment comes, then not for a bit. Someone still sends wire transfers? Question mark. That's actually a good call out. It was ACH. I actually don't know if that's Better or worse? It was not actually a wire transfer, though. It was ACH. Zach has RAM. Get him. Dude, I don't have RAM. ZTT is about to have RAM, but I don't have RAM. ACH is better? Okay. Well, that's what I did. Good call. Good call out. Are wire transfers like out of date now? I actually don't know that. I don't know if that's a thing. You better be using Navy Federal. We had a card loan on Navy Federal years ago, but not anymore. No, we don't use any Navy Federal these days. Guys, Asus is not making RAM. Stop asking. Big businesses send wire transfers all the time. Yeah, I mean, like for our like sponsorships and whatnot, which are pretty good money. They've all been wire transfers. I feel like some of them are starting to send ACH, but most of them are still wire transfers. When I opened up a new ZTT bank account a couple years ago, they're like, you probably don't use wire transfers, do you? I'm like, dude, I use wire transfers all the time. What are you talking about? I think I got to pay like $15 a wire transfer or something. It's ridiculous. Are the days of you reading resub chats over? I have been slightly skipping over them, but not tonight, dude. I've read every single message today, other than the last couple that I didn't get to yet. So no, that's not a guarantee. But on like a Thirsty Thursday, when like 100 resubs come, sometimes I have been skipping some of the messages. I mean, I've been saying the names and whatnot, but. You didn't read mine? I've read almost all of them. I'm sorry. Tactical Bam with the 300 biddies, thank you. King of Chaos with the 300 biddies says, I have an i5 13600 KF, a 3070 Ti with 64 gigs of RAM. Is that good? Or should I upgrade? It is good. If you want to upgrade, I would only upgrade your GPU. I would stay where you're at CPU, motherboard, RAM-wise. I would consider upgrading your GPU, but only if you want more GPU performance. If the BS is true and Asus makes RAM... Okay. I need to call everyone to attention real quick. Even if you're lurking, I need the lurkers to come out real quick. This is a red alert. Because I am genuinely confused. I need a 30-second chat window where there's not a single troll. No trolls. Troll, you get banned. Come on. I need everyone focused up. Lurkers, come on. All right. I'm out. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Are the people in this chat room unlurking? Thank you. Are the people in this chat room that are asking about Asus making RAM, do they actually think that Asus is making RAM and they didn't see how Asus specifically came out and said we are not making RAM? Like, do they actually believe it, or is it just like a mass rage bait? Are they actually being serious? I genuinely don't know. I think they actually believe it. That's what I'm starting to think too. Guys, Asus said they're not making RAM as soon as they heard about it. So my question, they said what? Dude, come on. Okay, that troll can stay. I like that. That was a good one. I like that. That's actually hilarious. Okay. As soon as Asus found out that, like, the rumors were saying they're making RAM, they came out and said, we're not making RAM, guys. UFD made a reel saying they were, and I didn't look into it. Okay, yeah. Okay. It had to have been, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Did he make a follow-up video yet? Videos like that are dangerous, man, especially on the YouTube. Dude, I think about this a lot, man. On the YouTube Shorts game, you have no guarantee that somebody is going to watch one video and then watch the next few. So, like, you need to, like, you got to be careful, man, because things change. Yes, okay, so people saw a short about it, but then they didn't research any farther or watch a potential follow-up video saying, never mind. That's probably what it was. Okay. All right, thank you. You guys can go back into lurk mode. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for their seriousness and service during that red alert. I appreciate it. That was much needed. All right, we got to go back to cable managing. The only thing I don't like about this Montech Air 100 is this huge bundle of wires that ships from the factory like this in this bottom left-hand corner. So my strategy is to always just like bundle this thing down, and instead of like trying to disperse it, I just kind of like take what it's given me. Don't clip that. And just neatly bundle it up more and just kind of leave it hang down here. I do make sure that I'm not like zip tying things that would cause like a connector to become loose, like a fan connector or whatnot. But I do just like kind of keep that huge bundle down there. All right, let's start snipping some of these zip ties. We got a bunch. We don't have the power supply on, man. We got way more to go. There we go. What's the build tonight? Well, this is just for a customer. This is a Shadow Bolt. If you go to zttbuilds.com, it's our least expensive pre-built. L PC build in the back. That's just not a nice thing to say, man. LPC build in the back. Like that's just an unnecessary rude comment. Like why? I don't understand. Now that's a ban. I'm not gonna ban people for just saying like one rude thing, but like I'm just my philosophy on social media is provide value. The value that I can provide you right now is I'm just letting you know, like you're probably not a fun person to hang out with, man. I'll let you know that right now, man. People probably talk smack about you behind your back. You're just not a nice person. Come on, man. Look at his past chat. The chat went too fast. I missed it. That's just ridiculous, man. Steelers low-key bad? That's also an obnoxious thing to say. Steelers are looking great, man. You're talking about the potential, I'm not going to say guarantee, but I'll say highly probable Super Bowl champs this year. I mean, that's just another obnoxious thing to say. I got rid of the one twist tie. Actually, there's two twist ties that ship with this Montech Air 100. We are going to get rid of both of them. One was there, and then one is on this little thing for the RGB SATA connector here. Even though I'm not really worried about that twist tie causing damage down here, I still get rid of it out of principle. Get out of my build. It's gonna be Bills and Rams. I could believe Steelers and Rams. I could believe that. Zach, can you say hi? I want to see a time gap from when I send the message to you receiving it. Hi. Was that quick enough? How long was it, man? Bills are booty outside of Allen? Yeah, I mean, they're a very beatable team now. Okay, this is what we got going on so far before the power supply. Everything is not like IG worthy, but it's a serviceable cable management. Now we're gonna add that power supply in. Actually, before we add the power supply, we're gonna open up the GPU so I can check out that connector. This is the Gigabyte Eagle RTX 5060. That's solid. Thank you. Do the Steelers play tomorrow? And if they do, then what team? They do play tomorrow. They play against the Browns. Here's our little... At 1 o'clock. There we go. So, this might be news to some of you. But, anybody see what's interesting about this 5060? Let me take these off. Give these back to the customer. I don't know if they want them, but I'll leave it there. You guys notice anything weird about that GPU? Check out this, yeah, little by 8 PCIe lane right there. A physical X8 lane. You guys tracking that? It still doesn't look right to me. I'm not gonna lie. There's also, there's something else additionally weird about this GPU. The power connector is on the left-hand side. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why they make these decisions. I gotta imagine that there's some super smart engineers out there that know something that I don't. Or is there a sticker there? Maybe not. I think there is. Yeah. But yeah. I have a PNY card like that. Definitely something to be aware of. They just wanted to be special? Could be. Maybe they just wanted to be unique. But yeah, the connector is up top on that side. So with this Montech Air 100, a little trick that we have is when you install this power supply, because of that GPU, we need to route that power connector from this side over here. We can't use, or we don't want to use, this is the hole that you would typically feed the power supply connector for your GPU out of. We would typically route it out of there, but we don't want to do that since that connector is all the way over here. So we want to route it right where that HD audio connector is coming out of. But you can't fit that connector up through there when the power supply is installed. So we need to feed that cable up and through before the power supply actually gets installed. And before we do that, we got to take this little PCIe connector, which is the power cable, and we got to do a little zip tie action because we don't want it to look ugly, man. Because this is one of those like daisy chained, or not daisy chained, but the double 6+2. We don't want that to look ugly, so we're gonna put on a zip tie here to keep these cables like nice and together and not flopping everywhere. We're also gonna put the bulk of the zip tie on the back side so you don't see it. I'll do one up there and then I'll do one down here, and that way it creates a somewhat straight looking cable. Makes it look a little bit more neat and organized from the front. I wonder how much money he spends on zip ties. For customer builds, it's quite a lot, man. It's quite a lot. But aesthetics over everything. There we go. Okay, so now what we got to do is, like I said, we got to feed that cable up through here before the power supply goes in. Otherwise, it doesn't fit. Then you got to uninstall it, and whenever you uninstall parts when you're building a PC, that means you know you messed up. So we'll do that first, and then we can install the power supply. Boom. Where was that? Oh, IPR Fitness with the $20. Put the camera on me, man. $20 YouTube super chat and no message. My God. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Bro just made a DIY cable extension? Well, it's not really an extension. I'm just using what we got. Alright. Let's mount this up. We'll be good to go. Read my resub, please. I want to go to bed. Says, not Luke's PCs. Oh, dude, I think I missed that one, man. Oh, I definitely missed that. I don't see it. Not Luke's. What? Oh, there it is. Wow, 31 minutes ago? Dude, I read. Oh, no, that's somebody else. Sorry, my bad. I'm a 15-year-old selling on the marketplace as a side hustle, along with my part-time at a fast food spot. It's been pretty slow, so I'm going to start selling on Java. I just use them until I sell them, so I get free PCs. What? Dude, you might need to go to bed now. What? I'm going to start selling on Java. I just use them until I sell them, so I get free PCs. Are you saying that you want to flip PCs until you can afford a PC for free? Is that... I don't know if that's what you're trying to do. If that is what you're... Yeah, go for it, man. What? The math ain't mathin'? Yeah, I'm not picking up what he's putting down, man. He uses the PCs he sells until they are sold. Ah, let me reread that. I'm going to start selling on Java. I just use the... Oh, I use them. Okay, I use the PCs until I sell them, so I get free PCs. Got it. Okay. Nice. I hope you're not advertising it as a brand new PC, but other than that, yeah, nice. Nice, man. Okay. Penguin 3 in a Biddy says Patriots winning the AFC. Patriots look very beatable, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they have a good team. They have a good team, but come playoff time, you asked me if I'd rather have Drake May or a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers. I know who I'm picking, man. That might be the easiest decision I make this week. That's an easy one, man. I just saw somebody spam Drake May in all caps, and then Nightbot warned him. I love that. I love that on so many levels, man. That was great. That was great to see him real time. Are you leaving phase 2, Zach? Yeah. Dude, I do not keep up to date with esport news or phase. I'm not even 100% sure what phase is, to be honest. But I did see all of that stuff. Is that like legit? Yeah, that's pretty wild, right? I think I just opened up the Instagram app, and that's what Instagram thinks that I need to know about. It's like, dude, again, going back to the whole AI thing, it's like, come on, man. Like, your AI servers can't possibly think that I care about what's going on with FaZe, right? Anyway. Yeah, if that's all legit, yeah, it sounds pretty crazy, man. But I don't really know. Content side is pretty much dead. Esport org is luckily a separate entity. Got it. Come on, man. Dude, you're gonna come on, man, me? Dude, don't clip that one. That was not worded right. Why is that on your algorithm? I got no idea, man. That's what I'm saying. They're spending. We can't get RAM because of AI. Dude, no, I said don't clip it. Don't say clipping. I said don't clip. Come on, man. I said don't clip. How do you clean a PC? Dude, I hate Derrick Henry so much. Anyway. We should do a PC cleaning stream. It's been a couple months since the last. We've done a few on stream. Pressure washer? Yeah. Again, what branch? Come on, man. Sorry, man. That was too good. Reserves? Oh man, that's too good. Navy? Yeah. Oh my god. You couldn't have named a better branch for that. Oh my god. That tracks. That tracks, man. Yep. Navy makes sense. I agree. Yep. That was a very Navy thing to say. Oh my god, dude, that is too funny. Oh my god. Laundry machine? Yeah, you could do that. You could try that, man. All right, we're almost done, man. I just plugged in the 4+4. Now I got the, dude. We got camera technology here. I got the 24. Oh, dude, there's my sim racing do not disturb sign still looking good over there. We got the 24 pin for the motherboard coming out this way. I almost always remove this little rubber grommet accidentally. So I am putting that back in here so it looks nice. There we go. 24 pin is out. Gonna wrap that around and plug it in the motherboard. Sorry if you see my bald spot. And then I'll push it back. That way it's nice and tight, looking clean like that. We got that plugged in. We got, oh, you can't see that one. We got this 4+4 plugged in right there. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't know what I was thinking, man. This is also one of those, the double 4+4. Whenever you use a more budget power supply, you get these doubles everywhere. I want to use this, unlike the GPU, I want to use this end for the CPU. That way it's super clean presentation, and I'll hide that other connector in the back. There we go. That way it's only one single cable. Right there. All right. Type what y'all are sipping on tonight. Well, we have a Discord channel for it if you guys want to send some pictures. Can't make a guarantee that I'll be checking that Discord channel this time. We did last time, though. There we go. Where's the best place to buy RAM? I mean, that part hasn't changed. You can still, 18-year-old Scotch, wow, nice. You can still buy RAM anywhere, at least here in the States. It's on Amazon, it's on Newegg, it's on B&H. All the normal, Best Buy, Walmart. You're not gonna randomly find a good RAM deal anymore. I would just, at this point, I would buy it from whatever store you trust the most. Do you trust Newegg? Do you trust Amazon? Do you trust B&H? You know, now the store is more important than ever because of all the new RAM scams that are happening. So, I'm not saying you're gonna get scammed, but if you do, which store do you think will protect you the most? But you're not gonna like randomly find a good RAM deal, which I think is what you're asking. That just doesn't exist anymore. It's gonna be insanely expensive everywhere. Okay. No, that is not what I wanted to happen here. See if we can get one more zip tie over here and flatten this out a little bit. This cable bundle is kind of tough right here with this case. There we go. That should keep it there. Dude, we got zip ties. Dude, I think I might be running out of zip ties. Okay, and then we got to deal with this guy over here. I think I usually do it like this. Yeah, like that. But I want to zip tie here real quick. I got scammed out of the Corsair Edge touchscreen? How? That sucks. Zip tie Mageddon? Dude, I wouldn't even mind if we had a zip tie Mageddon. That doesn't seem like a bad one. That'd be fine, man. We could move to Velcro. We could move to just not cable managing PCs. Like, that would be fun. Imagine if we lived in a world where, like, people didn't care at all about cable managing. And you just, like, kind of built the PC and that was that. Like, dude, that'd be fun. Yeah, I wouldn't hate a zip tie Mageddon. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. There we go. That's looking clean. We'll do one more. I think that might be my last zip tie. I think I brought a perfect amount of zip ties today. Tape? Yeah, no, I'm not using... Dude, I'm not going to electrical tape somebody's build. Have you ever tried to remove electrical tape after it's been used for like a year? Dude, dude, that's annoying. I wouldn't electrical tape somebody's PC. That would just be rude. Okay. There we go. How many zip ties are we at? I don't know. We're going to count when we're done. It's quite a bit, though. But it is actually all of the ones I brought. I had a little stash on the table, and I am completely out, but I don't think I need another one. Okay, the final thing I got to plug in is this is the SATA power, which controls this hub. This is one of the reasons why we like the Montec Air 100, is because it comes with a 6-port ARGB hub here. So if you had more ARGB products like an AIO or whatever, CPU cooler, you could just put them into here. We plug in the SATA power right here. We do not plug in on this build the 3-pin ARGB. By doing that, we it makes it so the RGB button on the case is what controls the RGB. For some builds, it just comes down to a per build basis. But for this build, we think more people are interested in just that quick RGB action. So we leave it like that. That way they can just use the button and pick whatever color they want as soon as they unbox it. We don't do that for every build, though. There we go. Dude, that's a lot of zip ties. All right, I think that's it, man. I think that's about it on the cable management. Now, the last thing we got to do is plug in our graphics card, which we already have the power cable for here. We already removed these PCIe brackets, popped them out. I do got to take this guy off. This little metal bracket here. GPU. Even though it is PCIe X8, a physical X8, that still fits into X16 lanes. You just don't get the that latch, the lock at the back of it, or the back of the slot. It doesn't really do anything, but it still works. You could put a 1X physical lane in an X16 slot. It'll work. That's not the right screw. Okay. Make sure it's sitting in there. It is not super secure because it's only X8, but it will be once we put the screw in. Like so. Just holding it up here while I screw it in. That way I don't create fake sag. There we go, man. All right, how's that look? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Now I can plug in the power cable, which we already have, ready to go. Zip tied right there. It's pre-routed right on this left-hand side. That's why we did that earlier. And then that is pretty much it, man. I'm gonna close this thing up, turn it on. What time is it? Yeah, we could turn it on. Make sure we get the BIOS. We got time. Looks like a tiny card bracket. Speaking of oh, I just put away the screw, the one screw I needed. There we go. RAM again is getting annoying. I have 16 gigs and I wanted to get to 32, but it's like $400. It is, man. It sucks. If you can stay at 16, I probably would elect to do that. First, we have the RAM shortage, now the zip tie shortage. Okay. All right, that's all good to go, man. That's what the final cable management looks like. Probably shouldn't put the panel on, but I'm going to. Some people call it bad juju, putting on the panel before you boot to BIOS, because if something goes wrong, then you have to remove said panel. But we like to risk it around here sometimes. And that is what the front of it looks like. That is Shadow Bolt, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we build it. Just like that. Imagine a Beer-ageddon. Dude, that would suck. Yeah, that one would definitely hurt. All right, let's see what we got here on the. Oh my god, dude, that's a lot of zip ties. That was quite a project here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Dude, I literally put the over-under at 16. That's crazy. Did you guys... Now that's what I'm talking about. Dude, I need that clipped. I need a reverse clip from like an hour ago when I said the over-under is at 16. No, it's not at 67. Stop it. We're not even close. 16 zip ties, man. Zip ties and duct tape is all you need to survive. Okay, so 15.5. Yeah, it actually wasn't a good line. I should have made it 15.5 or 16.5. Yeah, my bad. My bad on that one. All right, let's see if this thing boots though, shall we? See if we successfully got this one to post. Get our nice monitor over here. Ban those who say the forbidden number. No, I'm not like that, man. We gotta let people have fun. It's a harmless, well, other than our mental health, it's a harmless joke. Ad break? Yeah, we won't. We'll wait for the boot up till the ads are done. Don't worry. We're not gonna do people like that. That'd be a little bit too much pay to win. But we can prepare. Juan with the Twitch Prime sub. Brutonic gifted now a tier 1 sub. Northern Lights also gifted out a tier 1 sub. Vlades with the Twitch Prime. Shay with the 300 biddies says, hey Zach, my 64 gig 6000 CL38 can only run at 5200 stable with Expo enabled. Yikes. Have an Asus Prime X670 and a 7800 X3D. Will updating the BIOS help? The RAM is T-Force Delta. Wow. Oh, wow. Dude, that is ballin'. My God. Oh my God, I've never seen a name fit that much. Ballin'. Gifting out 20 tier 1 gifted. Dude, that is actual ballin'. Very nice. I like what you did there. Thank you very much for the 20 tier 1 gifted subs. That's ridiculous. Yeah. AB, actual ballin'. Rotten Robs with Twitch Prime sub. If your RAM is only getting up to 5200 megahertz and it's a 6000 megahertz kit, I mean, sometimes you can't get up to the rated speed. Not often, though, these days. I would say that you asked if you should update the BIOS. Yes, you should absolutely update the BIOS. That is exactly why you would update the BIOS for issues like that. I'm not saying it's going to fix it, but you at least have to remove that variable for sure. After that, you could have a real troubleshooting session there. Or you just got incredibly unlucky. But I mean, I would say over the past like couple years with DDR5, I mean, we've been able to get up with the Expo profile pretty consistently, I would say. How do you know when your BIOS needs an update? You don't get an alert or anything. You just have to manually look. Nothing really tells you that. Well, I take that back. I think like if you have an Asus motherboard and maybe a like Armory crate installed, I think then it might tell you if you have a BIOS update. But like most situations, you don't really get a notification or anything. Oh, I need a HDMI cable. I did not prep. For those of you that were watching an ad, we did not boot into the BIOS. We were waiting for you. Thank you for watching the ads. Ads are why we can afford gaming PC giveaways around here. So thank you very much. But we also made sure that we did not skip ahead of the class here. Okay. I think we're all plugged in. I think we're good to go. Let's see. Yep, no signal. Dude, I'm tracking. Let's see if we can get some action here. Oh! The fans have a little bit of a delay. Just wait. There they go. All right, fans are on. They're looking pretty good over here. Let's see if we can get some BIOS action, por favor. What is the case? It is a Montech Air 100. Look at that, man. Dude, that was quick. Let's go. Straight to BIOS. That's what I like to see. Oh, hold on. Not gonna lie, I love that fan delay. Why? That fan delay gives me mini heart attacks every time. I'm like, oh, did I do something wrong? Nope, we're good. Dude, why is this not? Oh, I think I was hitting the wrong button. There we go. All right, we got to the BIOS. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our Ryzen 5 5500. We got our B450M Pro, 16 gigs of RAM. We are good to go. This PC can now go to the configuration station, which is not here at my house. That's at ZTT. We got a bunch of RGB options here now with the button. Purple, white, blue, light blue, green, yellow. I think we've been shipping them on red. We were shipping blue for a while. I think we might be shipping with red these days. I'm actually not 100% sure. But there we go. That is a Shadowbolt PC that we sell on ZTTbuilds.com. We're not done, though. We got one more step, man. We got one more step. How do you get into BIOS? Hit the delete key, usually. Purple does look good. I think we only ship red because the website photo is red. There's a chance we're still shipping blue because the website photo used to be blue. I recently changed it to red. I don't know if they actually started shipping the color to red yet. I should probably ask them about that. Need my USB hub. Dub red. Okay, we got one more step here though. We gotta take credit for our build. Whenever we sell our PCs on zttbuilds.com, they ship with this nice little sheet here. We put the name of the build, and then we write down who built it, who configured it, who did the QA check, and we date it. I don't want to use this pen though. I don't like that one. That way people can see exactly who did what. Write my name on it? Dude, I'm not writing your name on it. Come on, man. I gotta get credit for this. I don't remember what number of build this is though. I gotta look it up. Hold on. Alright. I got it. When I was building PCs with Antonio, my son, we signed it as Zach and Antonio. I let him sign it. I thought it was pretty cool. This is Shadow Bolt V3 number 42. Whenever we go up a version, we reset the number. This is our 42nd Shadow Bolt V3, built by Zach on 12/27. Boom. All right, I got credit for it, man. Now they know. It's actually fun because whenever we get reviews, sometimes people will personally thank like the 3 people that are written down here, and that way they get a little bit of shout out. We read on our on one of our weekly meetings for ZTT builds, we'll read a couple of the 5-star reviews that we get. That way everyone like hears what people are thinking and whatnot. So it's cool when people like get their names shouted out in a review. I really like that we do that. Poggy with the Twitch Prime sub. Rotten with Twitch Prime. Oh, I already read that one. Anonymous with the super chat. Thank you. Bagel. That's not the same bagel from before, is it? With the super chat says, is the Ryzen 4070 and NVIDIA 14900K good? Okay. Okay. Thank you. IPR Fitness with the $5 super chat. Will with the $5 super chat said, just bought my first GPU, an RX 7900 XT used for $400. Wow. Micro Center says it's a dead GPU. Okay, that makes sense. Using eGPU TB4 setup, no power despite multiple new power supplies. Okay. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what you just said, but if Micro Center sold you a GPU and they said it was dead, like, it's probably dead. I'm not saying it's 100% sure, but like, I don't think they would sell you a... yeah. Best of luck with that, man. Best of luck. All right, are we done? I think we're about done, man. That is the Shadow Bolt PC. I'm gonna turn it off. I think we're... Well, no, I'll leave it on. I think we're good. Oh my God. Some of you guys have been going off. IPR Fitness again with the $20 super chat says, if you run COD or a similar FPS, what's your favorite monitor? Dude, I don't have a favorite monitor, man. I've been rocking Asus OLEDs for a while because they've been sending me a bunch. I got 3 Asus OLEDs within arm's reach. There's so many different models now, though. I don't really have a favorite. I appreciate dual mode, but it's definitely not required. I think an important thing that everyone should, if you're going to drop all the money for an OLED, I think you should really figure out what type of OLED you like the best. The TLDR is there is no wrong answer between like a QD OLED or a W OLED. It depends on how your room is lit. or what type of games you play even, you know, I would research that type of stuff. And whichever one I like more, tandem OLED, etc. Yeah, it just depends, man. And what deals you find. So I want to give you, speaking of OLEDs, I want to give you guys a real sneak peek. Only people on that follow my Instagram stories knows what I'm about to say. Did anybody here see the insane OLED IG story that I posted on, what was that, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday during the LAN party. We have a video coming out this week about it, or next week about it. But I'm gonna give you guys the, I'll give you guys a quick little sneak peek since it's the end of the stream, and if you guys are still watching a Saturday night PC building stream, I feel like we're related at this point. Hold on, let me find a. This was ridiculous. That was sick AF. So we had a ZTT LAN party. I don't do IG. That's fine. I got you. We had another. We had a Christmas LAN party at the ZTT HQ. Okay. It was like our version of a Christmas party. And none of my employees knew what I was cooking up behind the scenes. But when they got there to our LAN party on Tuesday, dude, ASUS sent everybody on the ZTT team an OLED. Absolutely insane. Everyone went home with an OLED on Tuesday. We have a crazy video. It was literally my Oprah moment. You get an OLED. You get an OLED. You get an OLED. Everybody gets an OLED. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. So yeah, some people already had OLEDs, but ASUS sent really good ones. So this one's better than what anybody had. Some people didn't have OLEDs at all, so they got their first OLED. It's something that I've been cooking up with my rep at ASUS, and they were all about it. Like, I barely had to convince them to do it. I told them, I was like, imagine like what people are gonna think of ASUS when I tell them that ASUS gave all of my employees an OLED. I was like, I'll talk about the OLED. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll rattle off some specs, but I don't think the specs are what's important in that video. I'm like, that is a big community dub, just showing that like you guys want to partake in that type of thing, and they were all about it, man. They were all about it. So that video is gonna go live this week, but that was so fun. They had no idea. They thought I was kidding at first. I was like, no, you guys are all actually going home with OLEDs. It was so cool. How are we feeling about them making RAM? I can't, man. I can't do it. I can't. I like the timing, good timing, but like, come on, man. Hit the counter. Hit the dude. Come on. They were late. They didn't hear the earlier thing. I don't believe it. That was too good of timing. Steam should make RAM. You mean Valve? How do we know who wins the giveaway? On January 29th, on the stream, we will raffle it off. If you're not like, dude, we're on a huge streak right now. Probably the last like 8 giveaways. They've either been on the stream when we announced it, or they showed up to the stream of the announcement day. So like, I haven't had to track down a giveaway winner in so long. Well, we might be at a year now. They've always just been there, so it's been really nice. I love when the giveaway winners are actually in the chat. It's so fun. But if they are not in the chat, then It would just be a Twitch DM, because that's the only information I have from you. It would be a Twitch DM. But on January 29th, we'll raffle it off. But again, if you missed the beginning part of this live stream, the reason why we don't have a picture here is because on this upcoming Thursday, so like what, 6 days from now, 5 days from now, we're gonna rebuild the giveaway PC because we had that whole dark flash issue. We're gonna rebuild the giveaway PC, so we'll have proper pictures this time. Is the giveaway pay to play? Completely free to enter. Just type in ! giveaway. The more points, you get more points by watching the stream longer. You get points every 10 minutes. There are pay to win friendly features. Subs earn points faster, gifted subs, etc. A lot of people that win though, they just got the free points. On what? On Twitch. The giveaway is only on Twitch. How to check how many points you got? Type in... All right, we'll do it real quick. Type in ! giveaway on Twitch. That will take you right here. Oh, hold on, dude. Put the camera... Actually, that's not a bad sight, but put the camera back on me, man. That will take you right here. We got 6,500 tickets purchased so far. 2,200 people are entered in the giveaway. 100 giveaway points is one ticket. And over here on the left side shows you all of the ways that you can earn points. You get 10 points for every 10 minutes you watch. Subs get 2x, etc., etc. It says right here. I currently have 1,140 giveaway points. That would mean that I can buy 11 tickets. Your first ticket is free, though, so I can actually buy 12 because I haven't done it this month yet. I can buy 12 tickets for a total of 1,100 giveaway points. Buy that. My giveaway points balance is now down to 40. But it says right here, you are participating in this giveaway with 12 tickets. That is exactly how you do it. The reason why we can afford all of these gaming PC giveaways, this is the 16th one, is because of ads. The money we make from Twitch ads, that just goes towards the gaming PC giveaway. So if you guys are sitting there watching ads, wondering why we have so many, it's because of that. We're contemplating making the ads longer so we can give away 5090s and RAM, but you guys are going to be watching nothing but ads at that point. So it is what it is, man. That's where we're at. What keyboard is that? I have the new Wooting HE V2. HE60 V2, man. I actually really like it. Sorry, my monitor is getting in the way, but I have a video on it. It's the new Wooting. It's really good. Super expensive, but they sent it to me and I'm going to use it. What kind of helldiver are you? Good question. What type of helldiver am I? I am a typically provide support from the back of the group. Unless if my group is a bunch of morons. If I have a group full of a bunch of morons, then I go do my own thing. And I'll go and like infiltrate the bases and spread liberty by myself. But I prefer to stick with the group and just go wherever they go. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you as well, man. Rule with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Big Toe with the Twitch Prime. Cyrix, Shiny, Crabber, all with the Twitch Prime subs. Thank you very much. Gru with the $5 super chat says, I need help. My game keeps freezing and undergirding. What? My game keeps freezing and... Dude, I don't even know what you're trying to say. Undergirding. That's what it says. Okay. And sometimes kicks me. I have a 4070 Super RTX and updated drivers. Do you have any tips? Dude, I feel like I could help a lot if I knew what ungirding means. What could that even possibly mean? What are you trying to say? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, but your GPU is fine and you have updated drivers? Could be the CPU. I mean, it could be, dude, a game freezing could mean so many different things, man. That's tough. I would try to narrow it down part by part. That it sounds like it's going to require an actual thorough troubleshooting. Undervolting? No. No. He says my game keeps freezing and undervolting? No, that's not it. Battleborn gifting out 2 tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you. Ravens are winning. I know, man. That sucks. That sucks. I guess the Steelers need to beat the Browns tomorrow. Oh, wow. We haven't even talked about the ZTT Fantasy Football League. Bro. Dude, I'm going to wake up my kids. I don't know if you guys heard the news. This is the first live stream that we've had. But we do a fantasy... Dude, we are in our 7th year of ZTT Fantasy Football. Okay, we've been running the... I've been the commissioner of this league for 7 years now. You guys are all looking at the new ZTT Fantasy Football champ. Dude, I just crushed my own league. I beat everybody. I am the Super Bowl champ of the ZTT Fantasy Football League. And I know the timing of this may sound questionable. I always, everybody puts in like $50 and then like we divvy out the money first, second, third place, etc. That's all normal. But what I do is I just spend my own money and I send the winner a trophy and like some ZTT swag if they win. Not going to send myself swag. But I thought this year would be a great year to improve the trophy that I usually send a pretty nice trophy that's like this tall. It's actually pretty solid. It's very solid, actually. I thought this year would be a nice year to make the trophy a little bit bigger. So, dude, this new trophy is probably... It's absolutely outrageous. I bought myself a trophy. But it is what it is, man. Next year, we might go back to the cheaper trophy. Not exactly sure. But I just thought this year, I felt special and felt like we should upgrade the trophy a little bit. So, yeah, literally as soon as that arrives to my house, everybody, every single follower on every single platform is going to see that trophy. So I'm very excited about that, man. I'm very excited. Extra rigged? No, it's just a skill issue by everybody else, man. I won fair and square. It's not my fault that you guys all voted on tight ends getting bonus points this year. So naturally, I just drafted the best tight end in the league. Why wouldn't I get McBride? You guys were all sleeping. That was not my call. We vote on all rule changes, and that just happened to be the one rule change this year. Tight ends get bonus points. So I'm like, okay, I'll get McBride then. And the dude carried me the whole way, man. All the way to the Super Bowl. All the way to the trophy store. IPR Fitness with $20 super chat. It says, what fans do you typically use in your builds? And what are your thoughts on RAM cooling? Wow. Most builds... We specifically use cases that come with fans. And that is mostly just from a ROI efficiency. Yeah, I don't think we use a single case that doesn't come with fans right now. No, we don't. Yeah, we just use cases that have fans. That way we don't have to go through the process of manually installing fan by fan. What are my thoughts on RAM cooling? I think that is not in the top 50 things that I think about during this RAM shortage. Probably not even top 100. Out of 100 different things that you could talk about with RAM, the cooling of RAM, that's not on the list, man. I don't have thoughts on RAM cooling. I just don't know. I can't give that to you, man. But what I can give you is an outro to today's live stream because I need to go to bed. I am tired, man. Saturday night. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to tonight's episode of Sober Saturday. It was a fun one. Man, we built the Shadow Bolt. Thank you guys very much. Again, as a reminder, on Thursday, we're going to rebuild the current giveaway PC. And on Tuesday, I didn't say this yet. On Tuesday, we're also going to stream. And we are going to be redoing my $1,000 gaming PC build guide. The YouTube title is going to be called Realistic $1,000 Gaming PC in 2026. And yeah, it's going to be AM4 because that's what we have to do now with $1,000 gaming PCs, unfortunately. But still going to be a good build. We're going to build that on Tuesday. Thursday is the rebuild for the giveaway. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for the support. Shout out to the mods for keeping the chat looking nice and clean today. Appreciate that. And thank you guys very much just for watching, man. I appreciate it. Someone came up to me at the mall today when I was with my 6-year-old and asked for a photo. And every time that happens, people are like, they're like nervous, like they don't want to like bother me. I can tell like a lot of people are like very respectful and they don't want to bother me. But like, dude, if you see me at the mall, especially if I got my kids with me, dude, I look like the coolest dad ever, man. Like, my 6-year-old doesn't really process what's going on all the time with that type of stuff. But like, he looked at me today and he's like, he literally said, he's like, Dad, a lot of people watch your videos, huh? It's like, dude, let's go, man. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Please do that if you happen to catch me out and about. That is always fun. But yeah, thank you guys very much for the support. I really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys on the Tuesday live stream. Have a good one, guys. See ya.